Hattori, the pigeon that sits on Rob Lucci's shoulders, is a secret agent for Big News Morgans and is a mole just like Stussy in the intelligence agency of the world government. So today, One Piece chapter 1074 came out, and there was a whole lot of greatness in there, but one of the things that it had me questioning was, how is it possible that Big News Morgans can have the scoop about what's going on in Egghead Island? You know, because it's not really, like, it'd be possible if maybe he just heard somewhere that, like, there are some world government ships or some Navy ships that are going to Egghead for some reason, right? But he seems to know, like, everything that's going on. He knows that Luffy's there. He knows that the world government's coming. He knows that they're going to be probably making it a Ohara 2.0, and that Luffy is trying to get, you know, Vegapunk off the island and everything like that. He seems to know, like, a lot about what's going on, and I feel like one of the ways that we could say that this could be possible, right, would be that Hattori is, in fact, a undercover agent for Big News Morgans. Hattori has been with Lucci since, like, I don't know, the beginning of time. He's always been with Lucci. He's been there ever since we saw him. There's a picture, let me see, by Oda that he drew as him as a kid right here, where Hattori is with him, right? He's got the pigeon even back then. And Rob Lucci is very, very high up in the world government. He's at the top of CP0, and he's been in other parts of Cypher Pole before throughout his life, right? Hattori would have been able to gather a whole lot of information for Big News Morgans. Anywhere Lucci would go, Hachi would go. Anything Lucci would hear, Hachi would hear. And especially nowadays, right, with, I mean, Lucci being, like, at the Holy Land and just, like, at the top, and with the other agents of CP0, right, at the top of the world and at the top of the intelligence agency, he's going to know a lot of things because the world government has a lot of pull in a lot of places. They have Marines stationed on, I mean, almost every island, right, except for the ones that aren't affiliated. Even where they're really not welcome, right, where the world government's not welcome, a lot of times they'll have Cypher Pole agents and secret people that are behind the scenes, right? And, I mean, as we saw, that goes two ways. We saw that Stussy did that to them, and I think it's very possible that Hattori here has done it to them as well, right? And I think that this explains how Morgans could be, like, so confident about just all of the things he does. Because one, he's got a mole in the intelligence agency, and one that's, like, never going to get found out. Like, nobody's going to suspect that Hattori is an undercover agent. He's a pigeon. Everybody just thinks he's a pigeon. I'm sure Lucci probably also just thinks he's a random pigeon. Or, I mean, I don't know, maybe they're friends. I have no idea. But, like, Lucci's not going to expect him. They've been together this whole time, right? And because of that, like, when they try to send people to go after Morgans, it's possible that they always miss. They can never find him because Hattori will relay that information to Morgans in time, and Morgans will just leave, right? Like, we have that chapter where we see Morgans doesn't always listen to the world government. They want him to cover up a story. They want him to say something that didn't happen, and this time he doesn't want to oblige. And that the Cypher Pole agent comes out and tells him he has to listen, and what's he do? He just beats him up. And he's like, all right, gentlemen, things are getting hot. Let's just roll out. So then they take the pigeons out, or the seagulls, whatever they are, and they fly the entire world economy Times, right, the newspaper, just away somewhere that's safer. And I think this is probably what happens most of the time because, you know, like, it'd be possible for lower ranking Cypher Pole members to maybe infiltrate in there because Lucci probably wouldn't hear about that, right? Like, he's not going to know where every single soldier or every single agent is and, like, what they're doing. But he's going to know the bigger stuff. And if the world government is amassing, like, a force to go and secretly take down and capture Morgans, not that he's, like, the strongest guy out there, right? But, like, you're not just sending apparently normal Cypher Pole agents. You got to send somebody a little better than that to actually finish the job. And he's probably going to hear about that. And when he does hear about that, Hattori is going to know, and he's just going to tell Morgans, and Morgans is just going to leave from wherever he's at to some other random spot. He could even go places they can't go. He could probably take that thing up to a Sky Island, and they would just, like, never be able to reach him up there, right? So, you know, and that was in, like, chapter 956 that he did all that stuff with the World Economy Times and just, like, leaving and not obeying, like, world government. And then after that, he just printed out Luffy's wanted poster, and they didn't want that either, right? So he doesn't always listen to them, but it would make sense why they would want to get rid of him because of the position that he holds. I mean, there are a few people in the One Piece world that are as dangerous as big news Morgans, because like I mean the Yonko are obviously extremely dangerous, but like the pull that this man has, like he put something on the paper, people believe it. It goes everywhere. He honestly controls the flow of information throughout the entire world, and the world government wants to keep that under wraps. They don't want him to be like a wild card, and that's exactly what he is, and they can't seem to stop him. And because of all this, you know, it would make sense that Hattori is not just like some kind of normal pigeon. I don't really know what he is. I don't have like a great theory about that. I know some people think that he might be a person with like some kind of pigeon devil fruit or some kind of devil fruit that allows him to be in this form. I think that's possible. I think it could, I mean, maybe also be a possibility that if Morgans, Big News Morgans, does not have a devil fruit and he is just some kind of bird creature thing, that maybe there are some kind of race of bird things. I don't know, maybe he is one of those. I'm not really sure. But I think it definitely is possible that he is some kind of, well, maybe he's not even like a thing. Maybe he's really just like, he's got like a normal bird, but Morgan's just like stuck like a microphone in his hat a long time ago and they never found it. He's just been like listening to him this whole time. Who knows? But anyway, these are just some of the reasons why I think it makes sense that Hattori might be a secret agent for Big News Morgans. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any, or for watching, and if you have anything that you would like to add, just tell me in the comment section. But until next time, guys, I'll see y'all.